Good morning, students. Today we have three sessions in computer science. Hope you all are safe. The first one is recap. We are going to do a recap of past week's lesson. Then we are going to watch a small YouTube video. And then today's lesson is about Python variable and operators. And we are going to see the topics which is listed below.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone is safe at the doors. This is Mohan Raj here to give a short feedback about what all we studied through the online classes over the past few weeks. So we've learned about functions and algorithms. So let's just start off with functions. Functions are nothing but a collection of statements to perform a specific task. So now I'm going to tell you a real life example, the process of milk that we get every day. In the first place, the cow eats the grass and which is being collected by so-called farmers, and it's being processed in the factory by machines which is programmed by several codes, and as a final product we're getting as milk. Functions are of two types, pure and impure. The most common difference between these two are the pure function does not change its value, whereas an impure function does change its value. Another topic that we have studied is algorithms. Algorithms are nothing but a step-by-step procedures intending to solve a task or a problem. An example could be a recipe of
Everyone, my name is Mikli Monojit and I'm here to do a quick recall on what we have learned on the topics abstraction and scoping. So first, let's watch what is abstraction. In abstraction, programmers need not worry about how the code is implemented, but they have to just know what it does. So for example, we need not know how the process is going, we just need the answer 6. Next we have abstract data type, which is called ADT. It is composed of a collection of data and a set of operations. There are two types of abstract data types. One, implementation and specification. So the advantages of ADT: it is much easier to debug and several people can work simultaneously. Tuple is an ordered sequence of items which cannot be changed once it is declared. We can take, for example, a recipe of a dish. If we change the recipe of a dish, it might lead you to the bathroom. Okay, it's just a joke. And tuple can be considered as constant array. Next, we have learned about what are pairs and lists. Pairs and lists are nothing but the two values which are together into one. So pairs can be written like this in a bracket using comma. The last topic is constructors and selectors. Constructors, they are the functions that build the abstract data type, and selectors, they are the functions that retrieve information from the data type. A scope is the region of the program in which a defined object is visible. So, for example, our stomach is the region of our digestion process, and the food we have in our stomach can be called as an object. Next, variable scopes. What is variable scopes? Assigning variables to the alphabets is called variable scope. There are four types of scopes. The four types of scopes are local, global, enclosed, and built-in. So we can easily remember by their starting letters L, G, E, B. Next, it is very simple to explain what is module. It is nothing but breaking down the program to smaller pieces. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed our quick recall of what we have learned.
Why should you learn Python? Python offers a stepping stone into the world of programming. Even though Python programming language has been around for 25 years, it is still rising in popularity. Contemporary startups and big corporations such as Dropbox, Google, and Instagram are using this language to build their sites. One reason for its popularity lies in the simplicity of the code, which makes for easy comprehension for beginners. Python code is easy to read, easy to learn, and still a very powerful language. It takes absolutely no skill to learn Python. Whether you are a beginner or a high-end professional developer, you can learn to code Python. Python is an open-source language with a huge following of volunteers that are constantly trying to improve it. This allows for the language to remain fresh and current with the newest trends. Python has libraries for just about everything. Use it to quickly build a lower performance, often less powerful prototype. Python is also great for validating ideas or products for established companies and startups alike. So, Python can be used in so many different projects. What can you do with Python? Python can be used for multiple things. Python can easily be used for small, large, online, and offline projects. The best options for utilizing Python are web development, simple scripting, and data analysis. Here are a few examples of what Python will let you do. Web development. You can use Python to create web applications on many levels of complexity. There are many excellent Python web frameworks, including Pyramid, Django, and Flask, to name a few. Data analysis. Python is the leading language of choice for many data scientists. Python has grown in popularity within this field due to its excellent libraries, including NumPy and Pandas, and its superb libraries for data visualization like Matplotlib and Seaborn. Machine learning. What if you could predict customer satisfaction or analyze what factors will affect household pricing, or to predict stocks over the next few days based on previous year's data? There are many wonderful libraries implementing machine learning algorithms such as scikit-learn, NLTK, and TensorFlow. Computer vision. You can do many interesting things such as face detection, color detection, while using OpenCV and Python. Raspberry Pi is a very tiny and affordable computer which was developed for education and has gained enormous popularity among hobbyists with do-it-yourself hardware and automation. You can even build a robot and automate your home. Raspberry Pi can be used as the brain for your robot in order to perform various actions and/or react to the environment. The coding on a Raspberry Pi can be performed using Python. The possibilities are endless. Game development. Create a video game using module Pygame. Basically, you use Python to write the logic of the game. Pygame applications can run on Android devices. Web scraping. If you need to grab data from a website but the site does not have an API to expose data, you can use Python to scraping data. Writing scripts. If you're doing something manually and want to automate repetitive stuff such as emails, it's not difficult to automate once you know the basics of this language. Browser automation. Perform some neat things such as opening a browser and posting a Facebook status. You can do it with Selenium with Python. GUI development. Build a GUI application desktop app using Python modules tkinter, PyQt to support it. Just a desire and willingness to learn it. There are many materials and courses available to teach you how to code Python without any given skills. Simply taking a Python course online is probably all you will need to learn this language. So, how do you plan to use Python for your projects?
Hope you understood the reason for learning Python, children. Now let's get into the lesson. We are going to see about Python variable and operator. So what is Python variable and operator? Python is mainly used for data science and variable and operator. We are going to see about the variable and operator. So who developed Python? Let's see the introduction of Python. The first thing is Python is a general purpose programming language, and it is created by XII Comp-JunVid1. It's shown in the picture from CWI Informatics. And the third point is the language was released in 1991. And the next point is Python got its name from a BBC comedy series which was run on 70s. The last one is it supports both procedural and object-oriented programming approaches. So now let's get into the key features of Python. So what are the key features of Python? The first feature is, as we saw earlier, it is a general purpose language. general purpose language used for both scientific and non-scientific, both scientific and non-scientific. And the second point, it is flat form. It is flat form independent. So it's flat form independent. It does not require which platform to run. Third point is it is easily readable. It's easily readable and understandable language. Let's repeat the 3 points. Understandable language. It's general purpose language and platform independent, and it is easy readable and understandable language. These are the 3 key features of Python. These are the 3 key features of Python. Now, the next thing we are going to see about programming mode of Python. There are 2 types of programming mode. The first one is the interactive mode. Interactive mode, the code can be directly typed and interpret displays the modules immediately. Example, you can take it as a simple calculator. Simple calculator is an example. Now let's see how to run it up. How to run it up? So start all programs Python, and then you will have the Python symbol. From there you can run it. And next we are going to see about example. What is the examples used here? So now Python programming language, the three prompt, I'll show in another image. Do you see the 3 prompt here? The 3 prompt is the Python prompt. It's an interactive mode. It directly the coding is typed and the results are seen on the screen immediately. So for example, we are telling the prompt 5 plus 10, 15. So what's going to happen here? So now the example 2, it's given the character Python programming language, Python, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, x plus y, and the sum, it's displayed here as comma, and then you have an z. So z is the place where the sum of the two numbers is being stored, and this is the screen for displaying the Python code in interactive mode. So this is how the output is displayed immediately on the screen. So this mode is called as interactive mode. And next we are going to see about script mode. So what is script mode? Earlier we saw about interactive mode, and now we are going to see about script mode. Python scripts are reusable code. It can be executed again and again without you retyping it. And now we are going to see the steps to work in script mode. What are the steps to work in script mode? The first step is creating scripts in Python. So how will you create scripts in Python? First you have to click on File and then New. When you click on New, a new file will be opened. Second step is we are going to type the code. How we are going to type the code? So for example, after clicking on the new one, the next box will be appeared. There you have to type the code. A100, B is 350, print the sum is C. When we are using comma and then C is a variable where the A value and B value is stored. Whatever is going to come as an output will come in the quotation, and the output value alone will be displayed without the quotation. It means the address of the values are stored in this variable. Now we are going to see how to save the coding. How to save the coding. So like we opened it, we have to click on File, Save, and then a screen will appear, and then we can use to save it. So this is the file location where you want to save, and this is the file name, and this is the file type. Always the file type will have .py. That indicates it is a Python program. So file location, you should be very careful about it. And file name, you can give your name like demo1 or python1, and then you can give the extension .py, because this is the main prompt where we are going to work with programs in the labs. That is the script mode. And now we are going to see how to execute it. So first we saw how to open it, and then we saw how to type the coding, and then we saw how to save it, and now we are going to see how to execute it. So now we are just clicking on the run command, and once we click on the run command, we have to click on module, and when we click on module, what will happen? The program will just execute, and after the program executes, then you will get the output, as both the numbers will be added and you will get the output. This is how the execution happens in the programming mode. And now we are going to see about the input and output functions in Python. Let's see what is input and what is output functions in Python. So a program mode to interact with the user to accomplish the desired task. So that is called as the input and output functions. So input is have an input open close bracket, and then for output print open close bracket is used. And now this is an execution process, how it's going to work. So input, so you all know the keyboard is an input device and monitor is an output device. The user is giving the input through the keyboard. Python works with the input operator and the output comes. And how we are declaring the output? The output will be print open bracket and then close bracket. This is how the input and output statements are declared. So now next we are going to see about output function. So as I told you in the earlier slide, print function displays the result on the screen. So if you have the values, so for example it's print, I am printing sum. So sum alone will come in the quotation, and then we are using comma, and then for example C. So what would be the output? For example, if A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5, so what will be the output? Sum 10 plus 5, 15. So this is how the output is being displayed in the Python. This is a sample coding for you, how the sample coding is going to work. String to be displayed as output variable, and string displayed on screen as output variable, string 1, string 2. You can print as many as outputs you want by using the commas in between. If you want to display a character, the character or a string alone will come in the quotation mark, and others will come in the comma where the output is being stored. Another one example, welcome to Python programming. In the prompt mode, x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6. We are adding two values, print z, and the z value will be displayed. This 3 lines is called as prompt, as we saw in the interactive mode. Next, we are going to see about input function, an example for the input function. So input city equal to input enter your city. Input is going to use as a function. It accepts data only at the runtime. The user is not going to declare the data in the program itself. The user is going to get it from the other user when you are going to run the program. City is equal to input, and then this is Rajarajan. Print I am from city. So what the output would be? I am from Rajarajan. So it will be stored over there as I am from Rajarajan. And then here I am from Madurai. Here the city name is given as Madurai, and then it is given as I am from Madurai. This is where they are getting it from the user. Enter your city. The user will enter as Madurai, and then you will get the output as well. And now we are going to see about the comment lines in Python. How to go about with the comment line. Already when you learn C++ in class 11, what is the comment line we will use over there? In Python, comment begins with a hash symbol. The line that begins with hash are considered as comments and ignored by Python interpreter. Comments may be single line or multi-lines. These multi-line comments should be enclosed with hash symbol. Now we will see an example. Do you see here? It is a single line comment. It is a multi-line comment. You have hash at the starting of the line and ending of the line. So that is called as multi-line comment. And then you have an example over here. The hash is used at the beginning. Here the hash is also used at the beginning of the line. And now the next we are going to see about indentation. Students, this topic is very important. So without indentation, we can't write the program. Indentation means spacing. So spacing is very, very important in Python. If there is a single error in spacing, there will be difficulties in getting the output. So now let's see how to work with it. Python uses white spaces such as spaces and tabs to define program blocks, whereas C and C++ uses only curly braces to indicate blocks of code. The indentation is not fixed, but all statements within the block must be indented with the same amount space. We will see an example here. So this is statement, this is indentation and comment. So now for example, if you are going to write the coding for loop, and all the for loops should come under a same line. We'll see an example now. If you see here, statement 1, statement 2. So statement 1 and 2 should be of same line, and statement 3 should be of same line, 4 in a different line. So 5, 6 and 7. There are totally 7 statements, and let's see which comes under which block. So code block 1, again code block 1. This is code block 2, this is code block 2, this is code block 1. All code block 1 comes in the same line. All code block 2 comes in the same line. Code block 3 comes in a separate line. So this coding structure is very important in leaving a space. If code 2 comes in code 1 line, or if code 3 comes in code 2 line, we will have many problems in getting the output. So that's why I told the indentation is very important in Python. And now let's see an example code for indentation. So already, as I told you, you learned C++. You can see the example how they are given in C++, and then in Python how they have differentiated. Here they have just using beginning of code block 1, block 2, block 2 again, block 3, block 3, block 1. Here everything comes under a same line. They do not differentiate it. But if you see here, if A is equal to Python, this 2 will come under the same line, and print S, you are right, that will come under a different line, and again print nope, you're wrong, will come under a different line. So this first sentence, second sentence, fourth sentence all come to code 1, comes under the same line, and this all 2 print statements will come under a different line. This is the example coding for Python. Hope you understood the lesson, children. Thank you. Stay safe. Have a great day.